October the 4th. The happiest of birthday to my dear brother Sven. And to all of you, welcome. Grab a coffee and let's talk about a realistic utopia of a fair society, because without a clearly formulated goal, you never get where you want to go. Before I had to invest in and set up a new laptop, we embarked on our journey of exploring the second overarching principle of rules, equality. And up in reading it, it becomes clear that it has two parts: fair equality of opportunity and the difference principle. Here now a look at the first part, the fair equality of opportunity. The first thing that comes to mind when we are talking about the equality of opportunity as a whole is that any job or position should go to the most qualified candidate, irrespective of relevant characteristics like class, race, or gender, or anything else that comes to mind. Despite our best intentions, that's already problematic to do. Enlightenment reason in the person of Descartes tells us, I think, therefore I am. Reason is consciousness. We know what we think. Yeah, no, that's not true. Estimates are that about 98% of all our thinking and reasoning happens unconsciously. That's because our consciousness is linear. Our brain circuitry, however, overall works massively parallel and therefore much faster. So, about 98% of the generation of our model of the world in our mind is unconscious and was not influenced by our good intentions. It's influenced by unconscious biases, data sets we have picked up from our surroundings and that have become integral parts of our world generation processes. These data sets can even already influence our perception, as we don't perceive reality per se. Our sensory organs are optimized to provide our mind with the data necessary to do its task. And that is figuring out what energies are out there, what might be the best one to engage with, and how to do it. Get the body there to engage with this energy. See, spot therefore our sensory organs certain types of energies and highlight what might be of special interest. Highlighting is bias. But there's yet another problem with this formal view of equal opportunity. Making sure that jobs and other positions go to the most skilled candidates doesn't count for much when some people don't have a chance to develop their skills in the first place. Thus, fair equality of opportunity must mean that everyone has an equal chance to develop natural skills and abilities. Those who are at the same level of talent and ability and have the same willingness to use them should have the same prospects of success regardless of their initial place in the social system. This goes back, again of course, to the motivation why every member of a society agreed and continues to agree to align their individual models of the world by using the same data set what puts responsibilities on them. And that's a prerequisite for cooperation. It's not to secure survival. Survival can be achieved by us all alone as individuals. But cooperation is necessary to offset the higher risk random searches represent for the individual, while just these searches promise the highest payoff. That then is beneficial for all. The development of natural skills and abilities is best done in a random search when the best result for the individual is to be achieved. That's quintessentially why every member of a society joined the agreement, the core of a social contract. Its reason for existing, reason d'etre. So when a society doesn't offer everyone an equal chance to develop natural skills and abilities throughout the whole lifestyle span, the society will never be fair. What are some prerequisites so that everyone equally can develop their natural skills and abilities? Well, let's start with unfettered access to information, noun information, and the means to discover new things. As soon as education becomes a good that is used to make a profit, or a good that's otherwise regulated because, for example, the government, the ruling people are telling everyone else, you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to exploit only this knowledge and that's all the knowledge you get, the chances to develop are being limited and the social contract is broken. Then again, the next thing is universal healthcare. You need to be healthy to study, explore, and think. If you are not, if you're in pain, you cannot learn. If you're hungry, if you have deficits in your brain development because you didn't get the nutrients you needed in the time that they were needed, you cannot develop your natural skills and abilities that you have been born with because they were distracted. But universal healthcare is important not only for fair equality of opportunity, but also for making sure that everyone can exercise their basic liberties, their personal basic liberties, but also their political basic liberties. Because, again, you need to be healthy to participate in the debates, conversations, and the elections that are needed to make the social contract work and adjust them to the new information that have been gathered over time and so on and so on. Universal healthcare. What else? Time and the right to fail without fear. If you are constantly engaged in exploiting existing knowledge for someone else, for the profit of someone else, because when you exploit existing knowledge, the payoff will happen at a certain plate and can therefore siphoned from other people into their pockets. You have no time to develop yourself left. So to develop yourself, you need to explore significantly more than you exploit existing knowledge. Exploration is defined by mostly failure. You cannot plan really exploration because then it's not exploration anymore, when you know what you're looking for. But without these failures, you'll never get to the high payoff that will be beneficial for all. So time and the right to fail without the fear of no survival is a prerequisite for fair equality of opportunity. Lastly, I want to mention a guiding network. All members of the social contract must be fulfilling their promise and support others equally by sharing the fruits of their successful explorations, which they were only able to conduct because others did fulfill their duties put on them in the contract and shared their fruits over time and over space. One knowledge is a fruit of a successful exploration. This is not an exhaustive list, but just some food for thought. Do you have any thoughts? Tell me, tell all. Since our models of the world change with every new information we gather, and the models are only accessible to others when we communicate them, because otherwise they only live in our heads, we are part of never-ending negotiations if we want to cooperate and get the payoff that cooperation brings. That requires constant conversation and debate. You might find me again tonight on TikTok Live, where I'm talking about this again while I'm prepping our dinner, chili con carne with garlic bread. And if that's not your thing, I will be back with another video tomorrow. Until then, bye.